Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Geologica. Now, when let me take three names: granite, cyanide, and Nephilim cyanide. Now, in most of the cases, granite is easy to imagine, easy to understand. But when it comes to the cyanide and Nephilim cyanide, many of the students got confused and their mind just stopped. Oh my god, what is this? So here in this video, I am going to talk about the granite, cyanide and Nephilim cyanide, how these three are looks closely or closely there are correlation, or we can say a type of series they form. And then after this video it will be easy to understand all of these three rocks, and I will do in within the three slides. First one is this you are seeing, which have the three name and the three rocks. So let's go to the second slide. So what you need to know is three things. First one is the mineralogy. Don't worry, mineralogy is don't we are going in the complex mineralogy. This is simple feldspar and quartz mineralogy. Then the second thing is you need to know the bounce reaction series. I know every one of you know this bounce reaction series, continuous, discontinuous series, the sequence crystallization, olivine, pyroxene, amphibole, biotite. But the thing is, we don't know, or we are not always present everything in our mind, whatever they are in the bounce reaction series. Then the third thing is QAP diagram, which comes under the IUGS classification. So let us see first the bounce reaction series. So this is the bounce reaction series. Okay, I know every one of you are well aware about this. What you can see the below, there are four rocks. Gran, let me granite, rhyolite, cyanide, and trachyte. But the two things are also given, that is with quartz and without quartz. W oblique O means without quartz. Same problem when I was in my graduation, I faced what it means W quartz and W quartz. So I go to the professor and he told me that it means the with quartz and without quartz. That means if we are talking about the granite, definitely we are in this zone. So in our rock, we will have the sodium plagioclase, biotite, potassium feldspar, biotite and muscovite as an accessory minerals, and we have the quartz. But if we talk about the cyanide, which is the upper part, that is what without quartz. So the same mineralogy like sodic plagioclase, potassium feldspar, but no quartz. Now you got my point. The difference between granite and cyanide is granite have quartz, cyanide have no free quartz. Okay, two things are clear. Now let us go to the QAP diagram. I hope if you are in graduation, if you have read mineralogy, then you know this bounce reaction series. And if you already read the petrology in your semester, then you must know this IUGS classification. So this is the first triangle. Here you can see this zone is known as your granitic rocks. Okay, when you comes here in this condition, it is the cyanitic zone. So in the cyanide, what you can see, it is away from quartz, means there is no free quartz, or whatever quartz SiO2 is there, it is used to form your K feldspar and plagioclase. You know the formula is for plagioclase, it is NaAlSi3O8. Okay, so whatever quartz is there, it is used to form your plagioclase and your K feldspar or the orthoclase. So no free quartz, that means we are in the cyanitic zone. Okay, now you know the bounce reaction series, you know the QAP diagram, quartz, alkali feldspar and plagioclase diagram. So now let me talk about one thing about a specific funny moment. When I was I am Whenever I meet any person, definitely if you meet any new person, you will ask his or her name and you will see her face. So in my condition, I knows face as a different entity, name as a different entity. So I face too much problem while the combining face and name of that person to imagine that person. Same thing what we does here. We read this bounce reaction series, we know that cyanide is without quartz and granite is with quartz, and we also knows the mineralogy, we also knows the QAP diagram, but we use them as a different entity. That's why we face the problem to identify the rock. So whenever you will see a rock, there is orthoclase, there is sodic plagioclase, but you don't have any quartz, free quartz, then it is a cyanide. Okay, let's go to our third slide where we are summarizing all of these things. So the final meaning is a granite. Granite is a rock which has sodic plagioclase, K feldspar or orthoclase, and have excess of silica. Apart from forming the plagioclase and orthoclase, we have extra silica and this will form quartz. Now in the case if we drop down the silica, here we have the high silica, or you have heard another name, that is oversaturated and undersaturated. So this is the oversaturated zone, this is the undersaturated zone. Here you have less silica. Okay, sorry, my writing is very bad with mouse. So here silica is now decreasing. So if we have sodic plagioclase, that is albite, K feldspar yani orthoclase, but we have not excess silica, means whatever silica was there in melt, it is completely used in formation of sodic plagioclase and K feldspar. Now we have no excess quartz, so it is without quartz. Definitely if we have a rock with sodic plagioclase and calcic plagioclase without quartz, then directly link with this information with your bounce reaction series and you will get our rock is cyanide. Now it's become easy to understand cyanide. Now what will happen if we have more, if we have much lesser silica, means the silica which is used to form sodic plagioclase and calcic plagioclase, you don't have that much silica. So definitely our plagioclase will be silica deficient and K feldspar also will be silica deficient. That means it is the condition of mineralogy of feldspathoid. Okay, so if we have less silica, less SiO2 to form plagioclase, then it will convert it into the feldspathoid. Now, as I have told in my last video, that formula is NaAlSi3O8. Now, what if we have, let us decrease one SiO2? Okay, so SiO2 is used. If we remove one SiO2, what will get? NaAlSi2O6. If we remove one more SiO2, then we will get NaAlSiO4. This is the condition where we are removing silica because we have very much less silica in our melt. So that means it will form sodic plagioclase which is deficient in silica, and this is known as your nepheline mineral. You can remember this nepheline mineral. Now I know that you know nepheline, leucite, these are all feldspathoid. But you got confused about the mineralogy. Whether nepheline is sodic feldspathoid or it is the calcic feldspathoid. So it becomes easier that nepheline starts with N, sodic plagioclase starts with N, so nepheline is the sodic feldspathoid. Okay, so these are three kind of rock. Let me summarize it again. If we have a rock with sodic plagioclase, orthoclase and free quartz, that is granite, If we have sodic plagioclase, orthoclase without free quartz, that is nepheline. If we have a deficiency in SiO2, then sodic plagioclase and calcic plagioclase converted into the feldspathoid named nepheline, so then it will be known as nepheline cyanide. So you can see this is a series of higher silica to the lower silica, or the oversaturation to the undersaturation. So now I have completed it within the 3 slides. Thank you. I hope you understand it. And now if anyone or any of the examination, whether it is IIT JAM or GATE, if it is asked what is nepheline cyanide, so this is a cyanide with feldspathoid, or it is a undersaturated form of granite, or nepheline cyanide is a rock composed of nepheline and mineralogy of cyanide, or it is undersaturated rocks. So like this you can define nepheline cyanide in your own manner, whether you want to say it is undersaturated or you want to say it is a cyanide with having nepheline mineralogy, whatever is there. Now I will share two links in the description box. One is belonging how to identify the plagioclase in optical microscope, and how you will identify the orthoclase in the optical microscope. So I hope with these two links you will be able to identify granite and cyanide in the microscopic way. Okay, thank you.